Luai, it's a pleasure to have you here in studio with us. To start, I'd love to get your opinion as a Yemeni of this organization, the Houthis, and their impact on Yemen. Who are these guys?
I mean, they are the most terrorist-like group that Yemen has seen since Al-Qaeda. People don't understand that the Houthis are not only barbaric, they were never democratically elected in Yemen. Hamas, which is also a terrorist group, was at least democratically elected by the Gazans. But the Houthis were never democratically elected. What they did was they grabbed their weapons and they took over the entire Yemeni institution through the ministries and through the streets. So Yemen had no infrastructure before the Houthis came in. So when the Houthis, a terror group which was armed since before 2006, took over on the streets and then institutions, they were able to take over. And the consequences that this has had on Yemen has been detrimental. I mean, even before their takeover in 2014, more than 75% of the Yemeni population was impoverished. So you can only imagine when a terrorist group takes over this very impoverished country, what that will mean, most specifically for the minorities and the women of the country.
Now, the Islamic Republic of Iran is the primary funder of the Houthis, who were not that strong before all of this influence from Iran. What impact has that regime in Iran had on Yemen, on the people of Yemen?
Like you said, they are the head of the snake, and I usually say that they are the octopus. They are the head of the octopus, and the Houthis are just a tentacle that the Islamic regime is using. Now, the Islamic regime in Iran hates Arabs, Muslims, and Yemenis. Lebanese, they don't care. They're only using us to further their agenda. And their agenda is Islamic occupation. We see this Islamic occupation in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Gaza. And what they want is exactly what is written in the Houthi slogan: death to America, death to Israel. Now, if that is your slogan, death, there is no way that you're going to be able to create a prosperous society. So they're telling you, we want death. And many Yemenis are upset and tired of this because we see that our own society is being destroyed by this terrorist group. And beyond that, the Houthis are detrimental to the vast majority of Yemenis. Now, you call them a Shia terrorist group, but they also worship the Hashemites of the country. This is a medieval group that has ideas from the Stone Age. So what they do with the idea of Hashemites and this law that they passed that's called Al-Khums is they prioritize the Hashemites. And the Hashemites are people who are related to Prophet Muhammad. This sounds like a crazy, insane idea, but that is because it is an insane terrorist group that takes its laws and rules from the 7th century.
Now, we know that the U.S., UK, and Israel have all retaliated against Houthi action, and yet we still see them firing ballistic missiles. I know you were even in Israel during one of those attacks.
Right.
What can be done to actually stop the Houthis? Is targeting Yemen effective at all? Should it be targeted towards Iran? What would you advise?
I think this is a very complex issue for Israel and the Israeli society to face. It's not every day that a country is being attacked on 7 different fronts. I do believe that Israel has to defend itself and attack the Houthis, most specifically in their military bases. And these military bases, the weapons that the Houthis are getting from the Islamic regime in Iran, are affecting most of all Yemenis, the journalists that are being executed, the women who are getting killed, the gays who get executed, the people who are critical towards this terrorist regime that is occupying our country. These weapons are being supplied by Iran. So when Israel attacks military bases and destroys these weapons, they're also saving the Yemeni people, not just attacking the Houthis. And this is something that many people in the Middle East don't understand, but they're beginning to realize. When Israel is attacking the Hezbollah through the pager attack and killing terrorists, basically, killing terrorists in Yemen, this is better for the Middle East. A lot of people think that we should not kill terrorists, we should try to negotiate with them. But Israel has been trying to do that for the longest time, and this is the only option that it has right now, is to attack back and defend itself.